Hey there, it's Derek here from Pacific Coast Auto in Japan. We're looking at a Toyota Crown Super Deluxe. This one here is kind of a strange version of the Crown. It's a boxier version than your typical Crown. And then these in Japan were mostly used as taxis or corporate vehicles. Comes with an inline 6-cylinder, 2-liter, 1G engine. Not an engine that you would find in North America, because a 2-liter inline 6 is weirdly expensive for the amount of displacement that you get. Typically a 2-liter would be a 4-cylinder, but take a look at this. Inline 6-cylinder, 2 headers, 2 cats, 1 for each bank. Weird. Okay, now the oil and the coolant are good. Oh, and before I get ahead of myself, this is a post-purchase inspection video. This vehicle is going to be going over to Canada, importing under the 25-year rule. The car looks older than it is. It's a 2005, but they kept the same body style for a good long time because these vehicles are pretty much ubiquitous as being taxis. And when people see these vehicles, they think taxi. Just think of taxis often are a shape that people are happy with, like the Crown Vics in Canada. Now I'll go ahead and turn the engine off. I will say this is a 1G FE engine. And you probably saw at the front, it is a Beams engine. A lot of people don't realize that there are more cars than just the Altezza that came with the Beams Moncure. Is that the right word? But it is variable valve timing that is basically what qualifies it as a Beams engine. Beams 2-liter. Now the Altezza engine puts out like 200 horsepower out of a 2-liter. This is only 160. And so it's an F-style head, which means a narrower angle for your intakes. It's narrower on the top as well because of that. Okay, and 160 horsepower. In this car that's probably around 1250 kilos is not bad. Not a bad amount of power. Let's just yoink that key out. We'll take a look at the condition of the car. It is quite an interesting vehicle. It's really unlike anything else out there. And it just started to rain. So we're going to do this in the rain. Okay, so first off, let's go ahead and read the auction inspection sheet, and I'll do this quickly. It is a 2005 Crown Super Deluxe G package. Rear-wheel drive, kind of interesting. Auction grade 3.5, interior and exterior are C grade. It is a 2-liter gasoline. A lot of the taxis here are propane, actually, so they sound a little bit different. 68,076 kilometers. Comes with AC, that works. Power steering, power windows, airbag. Okay. Purchased from user, original Gulliver trade-in. Gulliver is like a large-scale dealer here. Windshield rock chip, interior dirty, and wear, steering wheel wear. Wheel cover scratched. Various scratches, dents, and non-glossy. Now, I highlighted that because it's kind of the big one. The car all around has a lot of sun damage on it. May need to be repainted, or at the very least, lots of clay bar, and then a glass coat put on. Okay, paint peeling on the front bumper here, A2 and A2. I'll show you those in just a sec, but for now, let's do it once around. You can see what it looks like. Now the boxy proportions give it a very Japanese look to it. This is really unlike anything you can find in North America, but also make for a really nice, spacious interior, great visibility all the way around, as well as a big trunk at the back. And in case you were not a Top Gear fan 12 years ago or so, there's an episode where James May said that this is one of his favorite cars ever, because it's just what you need, a standard car that is reliable, easy to drive, good visibility. I wish I could figure out which episode that was, because a few people have been asking me about it. It was one of the later ones, maybe somewhere in the 20th season, 21st, 22nd, something like that. But if anyone knows, let me know, because I'd love to see that clip again. It's been a very long time. Okay, now condition-wise, we basically have 2 areas of damage, plus the clear coat damage, and then other sun damages. For the most part, like no dents, almost no scratches. And so I guess you can consider it a good body, but the paint really does distract, and a lot of contamination has found its way into the paint. You can see it's kind of like discolored. I guess you can look at that. It's coming off my fingers. That's really weird. Okay. I don't know what it is, but here in Japan, cars get white powder on them sometimes, and I have no idea why. Anyways, let's have a look at damages. So, the front bumper, this is the A2 here. Okay. Here's the other A2. Okay. Now the sun damage. Cracking paint along here. Now they called this peeling paint. I guess that's suitable. They mentioned it here. They didn't mention that all the bumpers, including the side bumpers, have the same thing. Every one of these little side bumpers have paint damage that has cracked the paint. On both sides too. So the car must have been sitting somewhere next to a white wall or something like that would accumulate lots and lots of fade on the paint. Okay, so a glass coating is kind of like a new clear coat that you put on the car. Self-leveling formula, a little bit thinner than your typical glass coat. Usually it'll last between 2 and 6 years. Maybe ask a shop if that would be fine for this car. I kind of feel like you're going to have to fully clear coat it, maybe even fully repaint it. Here's that black I was telling you about. Looks like it comes off easily though. Wow. Before the car was wet, that looked like it was harder to take off. Okay, so I think that's basically it in terms of damages. Just the scuff there, the scrape there, and then the peeling everywhere. Toyota Crown. This is, I don't know. This car was sold in parallel with the other versions of the Crown. So you can get different versions of the Crown, like a Crown Majesta, Crown Comfort, Crown Super Deluxe, Crown Athlete. And so there are different versions of it. Like the Crown Majesta was the V8 one until they dropped the V8 in the Crown. The Crown Athlete was the sporty one. The Crown Comfort was the taxi cab version. The Super Deluxe and the Comfort, I actually don't know what the difference would be. Ashtrays in the back. Oh, and check this out. Look at how much leg room that you have in here. Now, kind of a sucky thing about this is the front doesn't give you enough leg room. But the back, oh my gosh. Look at all that leg room. And if that wasn't enough, I didn't know that there was another Toyota that had this. The purpose of it? Now you can stretch your legs out all the way to the front seat. That's fantastic. It also has this, and maybe someone else is going to have to explain this one to me. Watch. Your headrest can drop down into a lower position for some reason. I have no idea. It's only that one that does that too. I wonder if that's so that when you push this down toward the seat here, if you can give something to put your legs up on, maybe. Really don't know. Anyway, that took some damage. I'm not sure how this happened, but it's been damaged. Like it melted. But oh my gosh, sitting in here gives you glass all the way around. Tiny little pillars here make it really easy to see through. Upright back window there. And Toyota air purifier in here. Not sure how well it works, but the inside of the car smells great. And whoa, leg room. Also has the original floor carpets under this fake grass that they put in. They put it in probably in all 4 sections, but this one's missing. But you have it up there and up there too. And a quick look at the front since we're back here. Okay. And volume controls back here. That's cool. Tune and fast forward. Cool. And a nice little handle. Your own little light. Okay, that's nice. What do we got in here? Oh, that's pretty standard. Cup holders, little slot, place for your iPhone. And it is a 5-seater back here with the center lap belt only. There's no 3-point shoulder belt for the back. And I can't get past how much legroom that you get in this. It's fantastic. Okay. Have a quick look at the interior here. I'll show you the trunk, and then we're going to be done. Now take a look at this. This is how you can tell it's a worker's vehicle. It has a little spot to put your pen in case you were a taxi driver and you needed to write notes or something. Okay, air purifier controls, fog lights we had on earlier. It is a little bit dirty inside. You can see the seat has some dirtiness in it. Pretty standard Toyota seats. They're comfy. They're not overly comfy. Just standard seats. I think something like this, it's all about the style. No one else in Canada really has these. I think this is the first one that we've ever sent there. Maybe the second, I'm not sure. And it is rear wheel drive, and it does use many Toyota parts. Like you could swap this to manual without too much headache. You could have a cool little boxy Japanese taxi drift car. Okay, this is neat, but that's about all I can say about it. Okay, ashtray, of course, it is a 90s, well, it is a 2000s Japanese car, but kind of a 90s Japanese car. There's a toothpick stuck in here. That's kind of weird. Okay, and this opens here for you to put a whole bunch of stuff in. All right, well, a pretty simple, honest, back to basics type car. I think it's interesting. It's cool. And we've got a van coming, a Voxy or a Noah. I can't tell because they're both the same car. Okay, now that we're not run over, thank you for watching the video. And that's going to be all. If you enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up or say something nice to me. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.